1.5, no? Rev mo. Teka. Kanina ka patingin ng tingin eh. Teka. Ito. Rev mo. Okay.
Hey guys, Gray from Mad Mountain Motors here. Let's do something different today. Let's do a raw vlog, a riding vlog rather, of me testing out the CFMOTO 450 SR. Let's take it down Kennon Road. So this is my first time on the bike. I'll give you my first impressions and a quick review of how I find the CFMOTO 450 SR. So, initial impressions, this bike is very light. It feels very flickable, very agile, very easy to turn. Finding it to be very maneuverable, very easy to drive. The SR in the 450 SR name stands for sports racing. Handlebars are clipped on. The seating position is a bit aggressive. The clutch of this bike is very, very light. That's one thing I've noticed about CFMOTO clutches. It's very light and very easy to change the gears.
Who is the CFMOTO 450 SR4? So it's one of the best entry-level big bikes for riders who want a proper sport bike without jumping straight into something that's too heavy, too intimidating, or too expensive. Why? Why is that the case? Well, number one, it's not that heavy. The wet weight of this bike is only 179 kilograms. It's very agile and maneuverable. It's very easy to flat foot. It's very easy to flick around and control and maneuver. It's a pretty agile bike. Very responsive. The power, it has a lot of good low-end to mid-end torque. It produces around 44 Newton meters of torque at 6,000 to 7,000 RPM. It has an engine that's very usable for Baguio, but please don't get fooled. It's not made for top-end power, top-end speed, just like maybe some inline 4 engines. But for Baguio, it's very usable. Very usable. Overtaking, no problem, as you've seen in the video. So for beginners who want their first big bike, rather than buying used, this could be your first brand new big bike purchase. The CFMOTO 450 SR comes in at around 274,900 pesos. The comfort of this bike, well, of course, it has aggressive riding position, as do all sports bikes. I rode it for around an hour and a half. Very comfortable. The bike was very comfortable. The seat is just right. It doesn't have that much padding, but it's pretty decent. So the engine of the 450 SR shares the same engine as the 450 FMT, the 450 CLC, and the 450 NK. So again, this is a 450cc parallel twin engine with a 270-degree crank. The engine sound is very nice, although the stock exhaust has a tendency not to make itself known. You won't hear the stock exhaust until you go above 6,000 RPM. The engine of the bike is also very predictable. It doesn't surprise you with its power. It has a very linear power curve, very predictable, and it's perfect for people who are not yet used to big bikes. What can I say about the gearing? First gear, very, very torquey and jerky. I would make this bike live on its second to third gear. Second and third gear are very smooth, very manageable. First gear is a little too much torque in my opinion. The brakes are Brembo brakes. Very smooth. It's not jerky also. So the looks of the bike, very sports inspired. I really love the front winglets, the winglets on the front of the bike. It gives the bike a more aerodynamic look. Although, as I mentioned in the video, if your bike falls over, the winglets are probably the first thing to go. So I would recommend you get sliders for the bike. The sliders need to be a little bit wider than your winglets. Regarding heat, the engine does build up some heat in stop-and-go traffic. It can feel a little bit uncomfortable around your groin area, around your leg area. The bike is for someone who wants an upgrade, who is not used to big bikes yet, who's never had a big bike, or who wants to experience a more sport-oriented big bike. I would recommend this for those people because it's very manageable. The bike is not for people who are used to even bigger displacements. So again, this is Dre from Mad Mountain Motors. This is our review of the CFMOTO 450 SR, and I will see you guys in the next one.